Welcome to Beyond the Press Release, a production of Gore Column, where we take the time to speak of small cap executives right after they put out important news, let alone two pieces of important news in 2 days. With us, Rob Anson, CEO, Loop Insights, trades on the venture exchange under the stock symbol MTRX. For those of you new to the story, that's going to be a lot of you, and a lot of people are starting to find out about the company. They're essentially one amazing contactless technology company with two powerful revenue streams. One is contact tracing that was implemented at the University of Houston yesterday, also implemented into Las Vegas flagship properties of a global hospitality company, and even invited by the NCAA Division I Big East Conference to present to their 11 schools. The other side is artificial intelligence marketing solutions to provide personalized promotion, target engagement for the bricks and mortar space to connect their e-commerce stores. Over there, what do? Well, just a pilot agreement with the USA's largest CBD retailer for 20 of their 500 locations. And today, a pilot agreement with this little company called Telus for 3 of their flagship locations. Let's talk about it, Rob. Congratulations. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks, George. Thanks for having me.
Hey, look, any small cap company, if they put out one of these press releases in an entire month, they'd be ecstatic. But here you've got the University of Houston yesterday and Telus this morning. Before we get into the details, how do you feel? How should your shareholders be feeling with all this?
Well, I think they're excited. I mean, it's something for us that we've been working on as far as the Telus agreement for several months. It was very, very arduous, great deal of due diligence around the security audit, as you can imagine. You know, when you're going into a major, Canada's largest telco, retail footprint and IT world, you know, they just don't let anyone in. So it speaks to a lot to what we're doing. You know, the excitement within the Telus organization is great. And hopefully that rolls over into our shareholders. And for the new people that are joining each day and reaching out, welcome aboard.
Let's talk about the validation discussion. First of all, what kind of validation does this mean for you to have a NCAA Division I university kind of validate you on the contact tracing side and to have Telus? And then let's talk about Telus's stringent privacy audit as an example. We don't want to go into both, but what does it do for your biz dev out there to have these two entities validate both sides of your business?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as we all know, the first one's always the hardest, right? No one usually typically wants to be first. So in both instances, to have, you know, such a prolific university such as Houston, with their record and size and scope, and especially in football, and of course with Telus, I mean, largest national carrier, speaks magnitude. Of course, it brings all the credibility in the world now. You know, and so for yesterday alone, I had over a dozen schools reached out to me within NCAA as well.
Wow.
So yeah, we expect many more announcements in the near future within NCAA, and ultimately we look to roll out and get fans back in the stadium as soon as possible.
Let me ask you about Telus, and then roll into University of Houston. The pilot, it's a 90-day pilot. What kind of metrics are you guys looking to establish or confirm before you move this, pilot into a full-blown commercial relationship?
Yeah, sure, George. We actually implemented the pilot back on August the 5th. So it's been rolling for quite some time here.
Okay.
Of course, Telus wanted to feel comfortable with what we were, doing, and the output of it, of course. And it's kind of 2 parts, George. Of course, from an organization that big, smarter, faster, data-driven capabilities is what it's all about. So providing some value, of course, to their insights team, their business intelligence team, so they got a better understanding operationally. Of course, looking at gender trends, micro trends, how do we, curtail our social media and marketing and messaging to create that unique one-to-one relationship with each shopper and store. So there'll be some, of course, data components of it. There'll also be marketing aspects of it as well, with an end goal to create an IoT B2B product that'll be sold through their channel.
You're 40 days, so that's a new revelation. So August 5th, today's, let's call it September 15th. We're halfway through the month. So you're about 40 days through this 90-day pilot. So that's awesome. That's amazing news.
Yeah. Yeah.
If everything's going well so far, we're presuming, how big does this potentially become once you successfully complete the pilot?
Yeah. I mean, Telus has over 2,500 points of presence nationally. So, the scale opportunity is huge. They've got, of course, their Telus retail, their dealer networks is a huge part of their business as well. So, it's something that we look to pass with flying colors and get this onboarded and implemented full scale as soon as we could.
July 13th, you made the following statement. A lot of people don't remember it. It was inside of one of your press release. Loop Insights has accelerated conversations project with two of Canada's largest telecom companies, as well as two of the largest network providers in the United States. We actually made a big deal about that, but I'm sure a lot of people kind of forgot about it. Is this pointing to something? Now that obviously you're at pilot stage with Telus. Is that headline still relevant?
Well, for sure. And to my earlier comments, George, typically no one wants to be first. And, as we've said before, and, we've continued on, we've got a great deal of telcos globally, not just within North America, looking to see what happens with the Telus pilot, of course. And of course, is getting understanding of Loop. I mean, we've only been traded for 14 months. So we're still a relatively new company.
Sure.
Of course, now we're kind of turning some heads in various different markets, which speaks to the great job my tech team's done in our business development.
University of Houston. Let's talk opportunities that are going to come from this. They're an NCAA Division I school. You already presented to the Big East Conference. I've got to assume that this means, and now, what you just said earlier, I think you said you had a call from a dozen schools just yesterday alone, right? Can we presume that Loop Insights is on the radar of all 350 Division I NCAA schools? And if so, what do those conversations go like? You had 12 of them yesterday.
Yeah.
What do they go like from here?
Well, it's the same side. First off, they're looking to reopen facilities. I mean, some of the conferences are, the Big Ten just announced they're going to start come back from a canceled season. Some of the, different states are open. So it's really about getting facilities reopened. With our technology, our wallet pass technology is really key here as well, because all of our contactless solutions that we provide in form of engagement and promotions and check-in for contact tracing, as well as the opportunity now to create cashless experience. So having the ability to be able to embed the ticket right into the Loop Wallet Pass, well, in this case, Wallet Pass, now enables a contactless entry. And of course, there's now security and safety protocols tied to that. Now, working with their various media outlets, of course, and their other tech partners within around the payments, those are other opportunities that we're able to provide now. Their goal is to have 100% contactless and cashless experience by the end of the year. Now, every other university is on the same path. So you can imagine when you're trying to expedite these processes with legacy antiquated systems, it's very, very challenging, and for the most case can't be done.
Yeah, impossible. Impossible.
Yeah, it is. So, that's the the Mike McBride and David Taglerino, when we saw this partnership opportunity, they were very excited about that aspect, because it's something they looked at for years, and now, as they put it, they've found the unicorn that can deliver that.
So you think, there is the real genius in this, right? The contact tracing is the first point of entry, because that's the most important thing. Everybody needs that for obvious reasons. But then you layer into that the contactless ticketing and then purchases and promotions. That's where your artificial intelligence kicks in.
Yeah.
So is that why you're saying in the press release that you can not only help the University of Houston with their economic recovery, you think you can actually lead them into growth because it's all being done digitally?
100%. Because what we enable them, just to give an example, they have roughly 1.5 million people in their CRM. So as you can imagine, the fan base is huge.
Yep. And they're loyal. College fan bases are loyal to the day they die.
The biggest cult mentality there is, right? Yep. So, it's all about the team. It's all about the university. We now provide them a gateway to interact and engage with their fans that are live event in stadium, and for those that are sitting on the couch in the comforts of their own home. So from a CPG brand marketing perspective, their budget's $4 to $5 million this year alone on standard, digital signage and, various advertising throughout the stadium. We now provide them the ability to engage with their fans, their sponsors, their marketing groups, real time in the palm of their hand.
Wow.
Live event in home or in the stadium.
And as a Gorecom, if I'm a company that's got signage, and then you come along and say, hey, George, I can take a so far beyond signage that if you want to target millennial investors or young investors between 21 and 23 who are interested in biosciences stocks, we can actually target those people through our platform. And therefore you turn me into a signage guy and then take me into even deeper on the digital side, right?
Yeah, really. I mean, it's all about personalization. It's all about user profiles. And the secret sauce is being able to leverage and action that in the moment, right? Does no good after the game, right? It's easy Absolutely. To say, 2020 hindsight, I wish I did this, wish I did that. We give the ability to not for you to wish or assume anything. We provide a fully automated solution that activates that real time during the game with proven ROI right on the spot.
Rob, last question. What does the next 3 months look like? I mean, to me, business season just started on Monday because last Monday was Labor Day. People last week are busy either moving kids into school or getting settled back in from vacation and barbecue mentality. So in the first week of business season, you got 2 major press releases, 2 major deals. What do you look like for? I don't know. Should I even ask you for the next 3 months, or should I ask for the next 30 to 45 days between now and Halloween?
Yeah, for sure. There's tremendous amount of, like I said, I'm all about third-party validation, as you keep hearing me talk about on other channels, of course, as well. But, surround yourself with the right people, and it's amazing what happens. And I'll just leave it at that for now. But we will be extremely active in all aspects of the business. And right now we're just head down focused on maximizing on all of these opportunities and signing them up one by one and on to the next, as I say.
Rob, thanks for joining us, man. Congratulations on an unbelievable week. Not 1, but 2 major press releases in 2 days. For everyone at home that's been watching or listening by podcast, you've heard everything that Rob's had to say. Now it's up to you to do due diligence, but this isn't a hard one at the end of the day. Go to the Agoracom forum, go to the Agoracom hub for Loop Insights, and just take a look at the press releases they put out up until, we haven't even talked about those, but take a look at the press releases they put out up until now. You can see the company is accelerating. Do your due diligence, hop over to the Loop Insights website, and then when you got some questions, post them on the forum. We'll make sure you get them answered, and hopefully you're going to discover your next amazing, we know we have, disruptive small cap company. This is it. Thanks everyone at home for watching. Have a great day. See you next time.